So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark them out of 10, each thing, right? I'm not going to tell you how I mark them. I'm not even going to tell you the categories.
You're not going to tell me the categories? I have a pencil in my hand. I'm ready to write down the categories.
Good luck. Oh, one of the categories was I was thumbing with was the not Kyle category.
Wow.
I was going to give Ethan not a 10, to Kyle like a 4. Because Kyle wasn't Kyle, somehow. But anyway, we're not going to do that one. Yeah, so I found AI encounter generator, right? And I found one that isn't called an AI encounter generator, but it's also an encounter generator. And they're not just like encounters like 15 goblins approach you. It's like written stuff like guy sitting by a river smoking a pipe type stuff.
Is it Ethan? He's sitting by the river smoking a
So I said, wouldn't it be cool if for the roleplay aspect, but it's not just that, because it could lead into combat too a little bit, because I could ask you how you deal with the situation. How would you play out these situations? So I said, it could be complete shit because the AI could be dumb, but I thought that maybe I try it and see how it works.
AI is never dumb. AI knows.
I like to see the screen to know where I'm looking at the right place. I'm an important person now.
That's the right place, but looking at the screen, if you're looking at the screen, you're looking at the wrong place.
I know, but that's what I'm doing 90% of the time, most nights. Oh, yeah. And you know what else? I think I need to go to the crapper food stuff. You're going to
Goodness.
appreciate that. I'm the host now. I'm
It's Hollywood now.
You let him sit in the director's chair, and look what happens. We got AI category.
Hey, everyone. It's us back here at Critical Failures, and we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Because I won our playoff last week, I'm going to be the host tonight. And we're going to do something kind of cool. We had both our players, or our Dungeon Master and our player Kyle and Ethan, create characters, and we're going to try to figure out who's the best. There's going to be a number of different qualities. I'm going to reveal the categories when we get to the end. It's more fun that way. And I'll tell them how I scored each of them. And after we do that, we'll find out who's the best character, or who's the best character creator, and we're even on award inspiration, unless Ethan wins. Then we probably won't. So,
It's canon.
yeah, I was given the right. I'm the host. I get to do what I want.
I agree.
So,
Put what you think each round scored out in the comments.
it's a good idea.
He's ranked them out of 10, I think.
Yeah, I'm ranking them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rank them out of 10. And
But
then
you won't know the categories either. So
You don't know the categories. So just make up categories.
I'm going to rank them out of 10, and then I'm going to add them up, and then we're going to see who's the best. I can give more in the categories, and then you guys can look at it if you want to do it that way.
whatever you want. You don't need to see the categories. You have them memorized.
I mean, she could put it on the computer, and the people could know.
Oh man, that's OP.
It is OP, right? Keep you guys in the dark.
I'll have to not watch the stream.
Okay, first, we're going to have you guys introduce your characters. We've got, we'll start with Kyle, because he's a player in Dungeon Master Elevated, right?
Already the special segment.
Right.
The negative.
I'm gonna act like I'm taking notes, but actually take notes.
How much do you want me to?
I'd like to know the name of your character, what your character, the class, subclass probably, what he aims to do for the most part, and who he is. A little blurb about his role play.
Okay. So my name is Omen Doomhammer.
Ooh, I like that already.
I'm a dwarf.
Oh, this guy is.
He's pretty good. I'm 6 levels champion fighter and 3 levels cleric of the grave.
So you're a champion fighter and a cleric. Champion cleric.
And my story is part of a clan of dwarves that has a blood feud with orcs. And we would battle and battle and battle, and then over a period of time, we kind of drove the orcs off. So got fat and lazy. This one does. And we get news that a new orc band is moving in. So the eve before battle, tradition to go get shit-faced smashed. So I'm out there pounding back drinks. I go out to take a piss, and I see a shitbag crow that's kind of watching me. So I pick up a rock and drive it at him, hit him in the head. And he flies off, and I don't think anything
Didn't hit him
of it.
very hard, huh?
No, I didn't kill him. But
That's the
just
cleric level.
small. Yeah, I'm fighting it right now. So we go into battle, and we're fighting these orcs. And I see the leader, the head orc, and I go charging into battle to take him out, swinging this massive hammer. And right when I jump up to hit the blow, this bird flies by my head and throws me off balance. And then the orc turns around and cuts me. Huge gash across my face. And I just collapse. Going dark, getting cold, bleeding out. And then I think that's it. I'm dead. I died. What a bullshit way to die
Yeah,
on the battlefield.
At a bird.
I was this dwarven, like, I'm the champion of my people. Like, we're gonna be taken over by orcs. And then
Like one of my later questions.
this bird jumps up and sets on my chest, and I hear this woman's voice and saying that it doesn't have to be over. And then I wake up. I don't know how many days have passed, but bodies are rotting. And my hair has fallen out. I'm bald on top. My vibrant red beard has turned stark white.
No.
And the gash that was across my face is healed. And I now, when I see people, I can almost sense whether it's their time to die.
Jeez.
And this woman that was talking to me was the Raven Queen. And now I'm on a mission to go. People that are supposed to die, I'm the hammer of justice that brings them to their.
Did she save you from death?
Yeah. So I have a pet raven that follows me around that I talk to, but it never talks back to me, and people think I'm a little crazy because I talk to this bird all the time.
I've seen something like this before.
So
Serious question about your raven. Did you actually die and she brought you back?
I have clerical spells from her.
Okay.
But, like, it's debatable whether that actually happened or I just didn't succumb to my wounds. But my character definitely thinks
Okay.
that he's this chosen of the Raven Queen. But people in town are like, "You just got lucky, bro." Like,
Okay, because from my understanding, the Raven Queen hates undeads.
She does hate undead.
Hates rebirth. So it's likely that she saved you before you died then. Otherwise, it might be kind of a character inconsistency.
but my point is to bring people, it's their time to die. They're not cheating death.
Exactly. My more question was about your character, though, but that's good. I like the backstory.
Do you
So,
mechanically have a way to have this raven stick around you? A find familiar spell, or is this a raven?
I flavor my spiritual weapon as a raven.
has to be a weapon. Actually, I like that. It's a good choice.
Interesting. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, you're not
You're on
even.
the host tonight. Oh, it sounds like this guy's not getting the
And-
inspiration.
I will talk, and he might be a different bird every time that I'm talking to.
He's just crazy. He's a little bit crazy.
A lot of people in town just think I'm crazy.
Dodo bird?
No, it's always ravens.
Okay.
You just said a different
A
bird.
different, like, this raven doesn't have a name. It's not like Jim.
race.
If there's a raven, you're talking to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then you're trying
Only
to.
you would be able to decipher which raven is which.
Yeah, I might even have names for them.
Hey, there's Sally and there's Jimbo. Or Tim and Tim.
I definitely think they're communicating with me, but they're probably, like, to the average person,
Ravens are smart.
very smart birds.
Okay.
Probably smarter than me.
Can you do it? Can you keep up with Kyle? He's way ahead with
No,
some
I
points.
can't. My only hope is to drag Kyle down, which I
That's
think
one
I
of my
did.
favorite strategies.
I did half successfully there. My name's also an O name like Kyle's. Actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
My name is Ozymandias.
Ozymandias.
Yes. I'm a satyr, so
Oh boy.
so I'm not humanoid. I'm actually fae. And I'm a bard who sold his soul to the devil to become the greatest rock star in the world.
Now this.
Tenacious D stuff.
I mean,
So
you're
I'm bard with some warlock levels.
bard with some warlock.
Yeah.
Bard lock.
Bard lock for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I like that a lot. Remember, Bard was kind of medium on my tier list. Just,
Warlock was low, too.
yeah, Fighter was high. Kyle is.
Fighter, S tier, Fighter was your A tier.
Bard was my S tier, so
Remember, this is my taste.
basically my backstory goes like this. I was in the Feywild like any satyr would be.
That makes sense to me.
And I just was kind of chilling, going with the flow, doing all the different sort of Feywild, like smoking, eating the mushrooms, like just chilling. like smoking a hookah with a caterpillar, all that good stuff. Then one day, like, just I got the boot out of the Feywild for some unknown reason, and I ended up in like the material plane, and like eventually kind of like started sobering up. So my sort of mission is to find ways just to get high. So I went
Oh boy.
and I started playing music for people, and they seemed to give me little bits of money, but I was able to get some of what I wanted, but in order to get what I really needed to get back to the state that I was in when I was in the Feywild, I needed a lot more. So that's when I had an encounter with a shiny devil along the road one night, and I sold my soul.
Jeez.
And he gave me this amazing loot,
Probably.
this nice loot, and then sort of like I signed a contract, and I've been sort of just doing my thing. Like I've kind of I got with my background, which is entertainer, I got 15 gold pieces, but instead of that, I have 15 silver pieces and 14 gold pieces worth of drugs that I had acquired.
You've been talking to Lawrence.
And basically, there's a stipulation in my character's contract that if I'm able to like contract more, like a certain amount of souls, then I can become free of my end of the contract.
Oh.
So basically,
And keep your
like
powers?
use yes,
Yeah, cool.
basically
Well-
use the powers that he's given me to contract more souls. And I'm sort of like I'm kind of 50-50 on that, but if like a suit, basically like I sing about like I sing heavy metal and stuff, and like stuff about satanic stuff. So if a hardcore fan comes up to me, like I may just try and talk them into signing a contract and becoming like a follower of this devil that I follow. I said Asmodeus, but I mean
Well, it's a
Big
devil, yeah.
it's a big ass devil, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
He's
good.
the
We weren't,
big ass devil.
we weren't like being super specific anyway. That's pretty good. I like this. So that's how your characters work. So then I want to lead to what do your characters operate in a combat like? Like, we'll start with Kyle again. Just you can just answer this question.
I would be a frontline support type
Support type.
character.
So is your goal to tank hits or just to heal?
I'm not that big of a healer. I'm more of a typical, like with action surge, with that extra action. My main thing is my channel divinity, the path to the grave, where I mark something and then they get vulnerable to damage.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
So the idea is I can go in and use my main action to cast a buff spell like Bless or something. And then, or I might even hold my turn in the action to whoever our heaviest hitter is. Like if it's a rogue.
Yeah,
or,
to set up for them.
and then bless them so they don't miss. And then action surge, hit this mark of the grave thing.
So a great big chunk of damage.
Huge, massive chunks of damage. And then other than that, I do have some healing being a cleric, but I'm mainly fighter.
Mainly
so I can
fighter.
hold my own. I crit on
So you
19s
have
and
good AC.
good AC.
You're kind of a tanky character.
Yeah.
But you're looking for this one big payoff.
Yeah.
So-
And then once that's done, then I have 2 attacks because and I crit on 19. So like with spiritual weapon too, like that's
Yeah, you get
almost
an
like
extra attack.
getting 3
So
attacks.
you're playing hard into one big action run, possibly 2, or one big action in combat with possibly 2 with action surge.
Yeah. I
And
figure
then-
like the first 2 rounds of combat are going to be
and then you
mine.
turn kind of into a fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe
But I am mainly fighter.
So-
you are like 6 levels. You
6
said.
fighters.
So
Yeah.
you basically just hit things.
I have all the support spells, right? I've got
You just-
Healing Word, I've got Bless, I've got Guiding
So-
Bolt, Cure Wound.
beyond.
Sounds like a first level cleric.
Yeah, and then I have Spiritual Weapon, which increases my attacking. The best way to
more-
tank is to
more
kill the things so they don't hit your
That's one of my favorite theories. Also, one of the best ways to heal.
And by starting in Fighter Champion, because I was just Dwarven
Yeah, you got
Champion,
heavy armor.
I get proficiency in con saves.
Yep.
So that, along with Bless, I can't roll less than an 8
Yeah.
on less than a 9.
So
So I only need to roll.
I do agree with your fast combat idea. I like action surge. I like the grave. But
Those are both short rest abilities. Too.
yeah, and that means you're going to be consistent. Could even see that every battle. But I'm afraid that as combat rolls on, you're become a little bit weaker. I mean,
Did I mention I have the Crusher feat and Great Weapon style? So if I crit on the thing, my party gets advantage on it.
yeah, it's
2d6 maul and a d8 man. I'm going to do very good damage.
No, you're going to do good damage, but you're going to become a fighter. You said
With
six
spiritual weapon.
with
Three
spiritual
attached
weapon,
around.
which is pretty cool. It's a cool little advantage.
And access to
I
magic.
agree.
I'm not going to miss with black.
You do some healing. You
I
cast
have
blood.
healing word as my main spell to heal.
So your
Healing is useless in 5e, like we all know strategically. You have healing word to bring the guy
Yeah,
back
that's
from when
true.
he's dead, and then he gets all his actions.
so no difficult terrain.
Well,
no
difficult terrain.
no disruption to people's movements or their abilities.
I do have curse, rave, enfeeblement. I have bane, but I have a lot of these spells more for the flavor aspect.
Yeah,
Like I have
love
augury.
flavor. I love flavor.
When I use augury, I like to flavor it instead of casting the bones to get the wee woe.
Yep.
I flavor it as I'm talking to a raven.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to like if he gives me the wee or the woe.
Okay, so you got a great combat trick, and you're a slightly underleveled fighter, is what you boil down to afterwards. I mean,
I'm no worse than a level 9 fighter.
you've
I'm
got
better than a level 9 fighter. Because all I missed out on was one ASI and Indomitable.
oh, that's fine. I'm just
Instead,
trying
I
to
have
break down
spells.
what you are. You're right. That's a good point. You have some spells, and that puts you in.
That's 6 spells. And actually, I have more than 6 spells. Because I am Shadow Touched from the feat I took.
Okay, river.
And then that gives me invisibility and silent image.
You know that kind of worries?
So.
How Kyle is this? This engine way up. Anyway, no, I'm happy with the character. It's a good character.
Fighters are dope in combat.
Fighters are dope. They're at least an A.
At least an A. in
At
combat.
least an A, and clerics, everyone agrees is an S.
He's only like two level player,
3.
levels player.
I know,
That's
I know. Okay. Ethan, your turn. What's a bard do in combat? Other than play a lute.
I mean, well, this bard. First of all, I forgot to mention one thing. In the last round, I also have a friend through my pact. It's an imp who helps me. Like he writes my contracts and stuff. He stays invisible, so like basically, if I'm doing a contract, I just grab it and it just appears out of nowhere.
Nice.
And I talk to him sometimes, but I
Is it-
try not to.
It's
So,
actually the imp that you get for your contract. So he's actually a familiar, and he has all the flexibility of a familiar.
he's my chain pack of the chain.
Yeah.
Familiar.
They're actually quite strong.
Yeah,
I
they're
think.
pretty-
They have
so-
a poison attack. They
Yeah.
do things familiars do. That's
I
pretty
can
cool.
I can sting with him instead of attacking, which
Low chance the con save's so low.
No, but it's still good, and he still flies. He's an interesting
a
guy.
decent thing. Like it's an option. Basically, a bard is options. Like I have so many spells. I think let me count them.
But bard spells, we all know.
I know, bard spells suck. That's
What?
why
I have warlock spells too.
that's why they're like a
You got Eldritch Blast and probably Hex. Those are your warlock spells.
Well, I have 25 spell options. That's more than a wizard would even have.
more than a cleric has. Even a level 3 cleric.
But
Especially level 3 player.
you don't need bad spells. That's,
You're right. That's a good argument. But sometimes you want to have a bad spell in case something weird happens.
So
that's why I have a hammer.
basically, my combat strategy will hinge around my inspiration as well as my spells and some helping other people depending on what I feel like.
And your inspiration's a
But,
D6.
D8.
D8.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Try me.
You're pretty good. Pretty good.
So, what kind of
So,
what kind of sport do you?
with my inspiration, with a bonus action, I can give this D8 to somebody within 60 feet of me who can hear me, and they subtract it from their next save, so I can do that and then hit them with a spell such as Suggestion,
No, that's a fun.
which is
spell.
broken, Blindness, Deafness, which I get from my Fiend pack. Like so many options. So many. Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah.
Bestow Curse. I took Bestow Curse because I like it. Honestly, it's like Hex. It's like a more powerful version of Hex,
It is, yeah.
but it lasts like a lot shorter time.
Yeah. So you I love the combo of using your bird die to lower the DC or the save, and then to hit them with a nasty debuff. And you can even leave that for your party member later, which if someone has a stronger ability than you. But what you're boiling down to is basically a bard and some really good utility.
But when none of my options seem useful, I always have Eldritch Blast with Agonizing Blast. That's my charisma onto it. That's at this level 2 bolts, which is good stuff.
Pretty good. Yep. Sure,
And,
you can do combat too. Eldritch Blast is
Definitely
solid.
combat. I got like, Misty Step. I got so many spells. Yeah.
So you're gonna do a fair amount of damage.
Basically,
Well.
yeah. Basically options, and when none of those options seem useful, I do the regular, like basically on par with any ranged attacker, right?
Yeah.
And it's force damage.
Let's look at that number there.
Yeah, basically that's it for combat.
I'm just gonna rank them way too high.
And I took shield as well with a magic initiate. So,
What's your AC at?
so it's 15, which is low.
Which
but
is-
I also have it's low, but I already have Armor of Shadows, which is an evocation that lets me cast Mage Armor at will, and that's 15s with that. But with shield, 20 is pretty good. Preferably, I won't be getting hit
No, stand in the back.
either. Yeah,
Hi, I understand.
yeah.
But maybe I'll ask my first question before we do that. Okay, this is an important just roleplay question. Get in the mindset of your character. If offered a Kenku egg, would you eat it?
Who's giving me the Kenku egg?
Just a stranger.
First thing I do, I use my sense undead to see if this person giving me the egg was an undead and needed to be killed.
No, he's not an undead in this case.
Then I'll sense undead on the Kenku egg to see if it was fertilized and maybe the egg died.
As far as you know,
Could be
it's
like
not
a
dead.
half form.
It's not dead at this time.
So then I'd probably eat it.
I'd probably eat it.
I'm a hungry dwarf.
Yeah, okay.
Simple stipulation for my character. If the egg is cooked into like an omelet or something, I'm eating it. Even if they say, "Do you want this Kenku egg?" Like, I don't care. I'm eating it. If it's not, nah. Like, I'm not eating it.
Gotta be cooked.
I
gotta be
resist
cooked.
poison.
If
so
someone just
I
hands
feel
me a
like
raw
I can
egg and
find
says, "Here,"
You'd eat the egg raw.
I
then.
eat the egg raw for the
Eat the egg raw.
quickest maximum protein.
So what if I told you that
The
if
dead don't sleep. I gotta be able to go on a moment's notice.
it was a fertilized egg and it was fresh, you could never know it's dead. It could very well be a live egg. I mean, I like the dwarven motion to just eat it anyway. I mean, I like your sophisticated Feywild ways that you
Fancy pants.
you have to cook it first or it's not worth
yeah,
eating.
if it's cooked, it'll smell too good to resist either. So I'm just eating.
My military background, like you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm more no than go.
Yeah.
When someone says go, I say no.
So
Then I would speak to my raven to see if it's a we or a whoa.
And I tell my imp to go eat that raven.
the imp would eat the raven. I think so. It's a fair
Is
fight.
that points?
Points in each raven. Yeah.
I better not for the category.
Whose pets would win in a battle?
What's your alignment? That's the worst. What would your alignment
Lawful
be?
neutral.
Lawful neutral.
Death comes for all.
Death comes for all. That sounds about right. How about you?
You know, alignment is more of a spectrum.
It kind of is.
I would say very true neutral,
Very
but
neutral.
sometimes chaotic, sometimes lawful. Sometimes I have to be lawful when I'm working as like working for the
Sometimes you gotta
devil,
be no,
know?
no, and sometimes you gotta be whoa, whoa, whoa.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't take your head.
Sounds like you're just being indecisive.
What I have here is chaotic to neutral because like it's definitely I'm definitely
The
neutral.
competent alignment.
I'm
It
Chaotic
is a
neutral.
top alignment, but I kind of agree with what he said. I mean,
It's my
alignments are to me they.
But
Situation-
warlocks
Well, I feel
with
it. Lawful neutral.
It's-
that screams lawful because you literally have a contract that you're beholden
Good
to.
point. It's a good
It
point.
does, but I'm a musician. You know, I kind of do as I wish.
You freestyle. You don't ever replay the same songs like that you wrote down note for note, not changing.
Yeah, no, I
them.
did definitely freestyle.
What's your greatest hit name?
It's Highway to Hell. No, sorry, that's copyrighted. It's Back Road to Hell.
Back Road to Hell. Okay. What's your favorite? Your best hit?
My best hit is probably when I bring my maul on something I have marked, and then I score a critical hit on it, and it's going to take 4 times the damage, basically.
4 times the MC. He baited him into it, and he gave me exactly what he wanted. That was pretty smart of him. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go with we're walking into a forest, right?
We're in forest.
Okay. You see a goblin come out of the woods. The goblin is carrying something in its arm. It's alone. It's just a goblin. It doesn't even look in very good shape. You and your party see this happen. What do?
Like, me being, as far as I can tell, this goblin may have done nothing wrong, so I'm not gonna hassle him. Unless I get some sort of sign that I'm just gotta let him be.
You're gonna let him be. Yeah.
If he asks for help or something, then that would open up our dialogue, but like, I'm not gonna go kill this guy just because he's holding something in the woods.
Okay.
I'd definitely go and charm him into showing me what it is, and if it's something interesting.
Just going around, just warping people's minds. Like,
So Kyle would just peace out. Let the goblin walk away. The
Walk
goblin walks
neutral.
right by you. You just let him go. He's doing his own thing. Don't worry about what he's holding. He shows you what he's holding. It's a baby. Humanoid baby, not a goblin baby. What do you do now?
I'd probably, I had a question about, what he's doing.
What was he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the woods, and he found a baby. And
He found a
he
baby.
found a baby, and he took it. And now he has it.
Okay, my baby now.
You're gonna take the baby from him.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And you take his baby.
Yeah, who knows what I would do with the baby? Probably raise it for my own.
you would need it.
No.
Or just hater people. I don't know.
No.
They corrupt people left and right.
I'd probably raise it, yeah.
Okay, fun fact.
Retired adventurer, just like that. Now you get a kid to raise. You're gonna raise a small baby. You're not gonna be able to be an adventurer.
Sure I am.
How are you gonna
is.
can't take a small infant out in the adventuring life? That baby's gonna get
Have you ever
killed.
seen a little show called The Mandalorian?
Grogu is 50 years old.
It's a baby. Perhaps maybe it's a baby elf, and it is 50 years old,
I didn't think that far ahead.
right? Right.
Well, they wouldn't be infants at 50.
I mean, what if it's some strange race that is a baby at 50 years old and is green and has long floppy ears and can
Look, floats in an egg thing.
and floats in an egg?
I don't know. You're losing this battle, Kyle.
I don't think I'm losing this battle. He's pulling out horse shit.
I am, but it's working.
It's working. Okay, what if I told you that this baby, in fact, was a slaughtered family in the woods, and the goblin happened to find it and took it in? And
Finders
you made,
keepers.
other than killing the goblin and stealing his baby, which would be a lot of it.
Oh, his baby.
Well, this is baby now.
Killed him and took his baby.
He was doing the right thing, and you killed him on the spot anyway. You could make the argument that Kyle made the right choice by doing nothing, but
I
you
would
could have
make that
also
argument.
intervened and seen why the goblin was in such bad shape.
I feel like Kyle could have possibly caused the death of a baby, or the complete
raising?
the complete deterioration of its mental stability.
I think that goblin was way safer growing up as a goblin than with a devil worshipping satyr.
We're not here to judge who's raising the baby. That's why a goblin had the baby. But we are to judge here.
I know nothing about the baby.
You left it be. You didn't ask the question.
It's not my job.
Not your job.
I worry about the bigger picture.
Yeah, that's taken into account. So we're judging. We're judging a lot of things here. That's what we're judging. Moving forward to another question, and then we'll get to the weird stuff. See how the weird stuff works. You're in a fortress.
Hey, we're in
Okay.
a fortress.
Yeah, battle. Your castle fortress is under siege. It's being attacked. You may be losing this battle. And you're semi-trapped. What do you do? You're, say, on the battlements, and you can see just over the sides of this Helm's Deep, and some shit's gone down. How do you deal with the situation? Leadership-wise, battle-wise, what would you do?
So we're defending our castle from an oncoming attack.
Yeah.
our troops are beaten up or losing.
Yeah, you can't just wait till for Gandalf. I'm not giving you that answer.
On the, look to the west on the 6th day or.
Yeah, the light. Yeah, no, we can't do that.
Well, first thing I would do is I'd start to heal up my allies, get some of them touched up so they can keep fighting, because it's obviously not their time to die, because we're supposed to defend this castle from these evil doers that are attacking us.
Orcs, I guess.
Probably orcs. And the orc from my backstory, Fleshbinder, is a necromancer, so
Oh, maybe raise an
maybe
army.
he has raised an army to come take me out. So
Kind of like this. This is a good time, and Ethan, watch out.
then you said we're losing, so I'm gonna cast Bless on as many of these. I might even upcast it, just to get more people, to give them as part of this. Like we have, like dwarves. One thing dwarves are, they're stubborn, they're hard to kill, and they're gonna fight to the death. So I'm making sure by blessing these guys that they're going to take out as many of these undead as they
And
can.
you'll fight to the death.
And they'll fight.
Financial God intended.
Right, exactly. And I'm going to try to like survey the battlefield to see if there's some sort of like, are they taking us out with siege weapons or something like that? And using my battle wits being a soldier, I'm going to try to pinpoint to rally, take some, maybe a small squad of them and go take out if there's like a big capital.
Sting on it if you can, yeah.
Or if there's if there happens to be a leader, go after him.
Yeah, flush tripper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you put a name on him. Did you put a name for your villain?
Fleshbinder.
I don't have one.
You're in a siege and you're losing, and you got to be a part of it. Maybe you were playing music, and that's how you end up in a bad situation.
Yeah,
But you also have a small infant that you're going to take care of.
I also have my infant in my back pocket.
Back box no
Like
super
a
safe
small
spot.
humanoid infant is probably going to be bigger for a satyr, right? Because you're small? So you're small?
I'll get him an egg to float around in.
An egg to flat. What magical egg? You can afford that with your 14 gold?
So in this scenario, I look for a way out. There's no way out. So I get to the highest point that I can, and I just I do my best to rally everybody. I use my silver tongue to rally everybody, and then begin playing like a sort of like a
Upbeat rock music.
rock music, like kind of like a good song to die to.
Good song to
Yeah.
die to.
Kind of just get these guys riled up to get in there and go die instead of me. And then I'll try to find somewhere to hide and hope for the best.
Wow.
I stay and sing the music as long as need be, but as soon as I see an opportunity to kind of get out, I'm like, okay, baby, come on, we're going to
Dude,
hide. I have the baby. I have the baby.
He's
You
a
can't
father.
blame me
What did
for
he do?
going to hide.
You have
I
like
have the child.
with ranged attacks and your support, like
I mean, I have that as well. I like to
you're
be.
just gonna like,
for a little
hey
while.
guys, go die so I can escape.
Yeah, sort of.
For one baby, you're gonna sacrifice an army
That was
Say
led to
one
my
baby.
follow-up question.
More or less for me,
whose soul's already spoken for.
unless
The contract for the baby.
Oh, that poor baby.
My follow-up question was going to be, this was specifically for Ethan, but he answered that question really quick. But I mean, you got to answer it too. When do you disengage?
When do I disengage?
probably not too long after my character would honestly.
Me? No.
Ethan disengages first opportunity in combat.
I would, in this moment of uncertainty,
Yep.
I would cast Augury and ask the Raven Queen, should I disengage? And then she'll tell me we or woe. Is it good to disengage or bad? So if she says if it's bad to disengage, this is my time. We fight to the death.
All right.
Fulfilling my character's arc.
Yeah, I like it. Now, my question is, you sound more like a cleric than you do a fighter in some ways. And
I become a cleric in
this
this,
time.
at like early in life, this champion fighter never losing a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Getting fat, getting lazy, you know, going in the battle and losing, then coming back
As a
with
cleric.
this mission now that I don't know whenever it's my time. Like, it's the Raven Queen's up to her.
It's up to her.
She decides when it's time for you
So
to
fight
die.
to the death unless the Raven Queen tells you to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ethan's gone. Brought baby with him though, which is nice. We're gonna move on to my next strange idea. Okay, so we're gonna try two different websites. I've got random encounters that I've found on these websites. One's an AI that creates them, and one of them is just a random encounter. What I'm going to do is give Kyle an encounter, and he can tell me what's going to happen, and then I'll give you another encounter, and you can tell me what's going to happen, and then we'll switch websites to see what happens. A group of 2D4 thieves are planning a big heist in the area.
Is that the name of their gang? The 2D4s?
2D4 thieves, just
pretty
three
good.
of them, planning a heist in the area and want to hire a group of mercenaries to help them do it for 150 platinum pieces each. So the question here in this case is, you've heard about this group of thieves who are constructing a heist, and they're looking for another member.
Now, I would have a few questions about who they're stealing from.
Yeah,
Because I am lawful, but I am lawful in the fact that there is, it's more to do with life and death, that there's no middle ground.
they're steal from the rich, give
The Robin
you.
Hood types.
Something like that.
I don't think Robin Hood was going hungry. I'll put it that way.
You're definitely not going hungry. You've got lots of kids to eat.
Strangely, I'm actually useful in a heist.
You're okay with the heist?
Yeah. If we're just stealing from rich people,
Oh, okay, cool.
I'd join them. I need this stuff. Again, if I'm ever in a big dilemma, I would cast Augury and ask for we or woe. But as long as this is not against, I wouldn't go against the Raven Queen's wish.
Yeah, and it's not out for murder per se. It's just
Right.
out for thievery. That's what they said. So I mean,
Exactly. So I have the invisibility spell, so I can go invisible to basically cancel out wearing heavy armor.
right?
Silent image, I can make a guard look like he's over there or somebody else and maybe draw the attention away from
Striped
something.
up. Yep.
Thermometry, I can shut lights off and dim stuff with that. So these are all very, and again, like I have guidance. If someone's trying to pick a lock, I can
Yeah.
increase
So
the chances.
were you to get into a fight in this situation, that you know these are innocent people that you went to steal from,
Yeah.
how would you react?
100% in a non-lethal, try to just subdue them type way.
Okay. In the event that they've got one of your buddies that hired you in a kind of a life or death situation, as in they got the upper hand on him, how do you intervene when non-lethal may not be possible?
Then it's my buddy's time to die. Then if he got captured, if he's unlucky enough to get taken, then it's his time.
Ruthless. He is a bit ruthless. Okay.
Neutralist,
Super neutral.
right? We are probably potentially in the wrong going on this heist.
Yep.
So hurting the people is like a last ditch effort. So we can
You'd
escape.
rather not hurt them. You'd rather take your own punishment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good answer. Good answer. I'll keep that in mind when I put more points on. We'll give Ethan another question from this same list. Okay, it says a group of men are arguing about the price of something in one of the rooms. One of them is trying to sell something to another man who is not willing to pay the asking price. The sellers will negotiate with the buyers and will not accept less than their price. Okay. You see a group of men arguing over something fairly valuable, maybe an egg that floats. One guy's trying to buy it from the other guy. How do you deal with this? Do you intervene at all? Do you want the egg for your baby? That may be perfect for you.
Floating in. Yeah.
Yeah. floating egg?
Yeah, I think I'd get in there and kind of kind of get in there and start negotiating for myself to get the egg. I'm pretty good. I'm good at negotiation, and like I can also, I'd maybe even try and use some magic to sway him to take a better deal for me.
Okay, so in the event that this guy, he wants more than you've got for your egg, you've got 14 gold, and the other guy's already at like 32 gold as an asking price, and you're gonna come in and try to manipulate the seller to sell it to you for 14 gold.
Exactly.
Would you sell all 14 gold? Buy it for all the 14 gold?
If it's a nice egg, yeah.
It's a nice egg. It's the only floating egg.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, okay. What in the event that you fail? What do you do when the guy becomes unhappy?
I failed to charm him. I have the baby with me, correct?
You have the baby with you.
That's on you.
It's on you. It's been written into your lore. I mean, it happened.
Then I just try and trick him into tell him it was the baby that did it.
What if he doesn't believe that because
I'm
it's a
gonna believe a
baby?
baby did it.
I would. I mean, what's it look like they're gonna do about it?
Nothing, but he's very unhappy and definitely not going to sell you the egg. And goes back to arguing with the other guy. Just gonna let your baby float so you don't have to keep it in your back pocket.
Oh, yes. I take the egg then.
You take the egg.
Stealing the eggs.
Stealing the egg. But what if the merchant's unhappy, but the guy that was gonna buy it is really unhappy and he's not a friendly type? The merchant was a merchant. He couldn't fight back, which is weird that they have all the stuff. But this guy is gonna get hostile on you. Do you have any way to escape? Or would you encounter him and fight him, or what would you do in this situation? You're saying you're in a bar, just some tavern somewhere, a dive.
He's gonna fight me.
He'll fight you. You might even have friends around. You don't know.
I mean, I definitely go for some offensive, not like damaging type spells, but something just to like subdue him. Like I try to make him blind, or like I definitely initiate combat with him. Try to make him blind, curse him. Or both. I can't do both because they're both concentration. But
So you get him. He's blinded. He can't see. And his two buddies stand up on the other side of the bar.
keep. I'm kind of in this situation, so I keep digging it. I can know what he's already blind, so I can't blind anybody else. But I can do stuff like dissonant whispers to kind of like get them to back off a little bit, and while I make my escape
Make your escape.
with the egg.
You take the egg with you.
Yeah.
Fair argument. You'd escape. Okay, I just want to know.
Escape, yeah, but I have no problem using like offensive type magic on people, like
Potentially
not
killing
not
people.
Yeah, would you use
potential in that last moment. It would have
This
taken.
moment-
I see, like, this magic dealing
does the
stuff
damage,
is
but-
not non-lethal, right? Like,
I mean, some of it is like the blindness. That's non-lethal.
you might make the save though.
yeah, they could keep pursuing. But
And you only get one action, unlike
all
me who's got multiple actions.
that's right. That's a get out of jail free card.
That's exactly it. And I can tell from experience playing a cleric up to level 20, there was a million times I would have
Doing so many people are making their saves when I'm built around making people fail their saves
Good point.
and doing like stuff
But with
that
your-
is
with your
really good,
inspiration.
especially in this type of situation. Like my charm probably wouldn't have failed, and if it does, then like
What's your bardic inspiration do when you're by yourself?
a D8, and it subtracts from their saves.
So you're going to use it to subtract from saves.
Yeah, for sure.
Fair argument. I think it's good. I
just
mean,
wanted to know what it did.
has to be
It does
before
the best stuff.
before they make the save, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a bit of a weakness, but I think
How many of
I
them?
mean you can do it in a
How many do you have? 4? 3, 4, 5?
five.
5.
Yeah, and like come back on short rest, and I'm jack of all trades. Just throw that in there because I'm Moss, because it's awesome.
that's something to get out of
Yeah.
that situation. Okay.
Oh, your initiative's probably higher then.
Oh yeah, that's right. Before
Maths calculators initiative.
mulligan.
Why are you throwing them under the bus for?
It's a mulligan, so you get that +2 to your initiative.
Can I have that? That'd be sweet.
No.
He gives other people +2.
Well, I
That's
could
what it
actually,
looks like. That's the better.
I could cast guidance on myself and roll D4 on that ability check.
Oh, sure.
My initiative is a -1, but I could add D4 from an ability check.
We'll try another one. I clicked a different type of encounter, and we got a group of wizards are studying. This is for Kyle. A group of wizards are studying in a nearby clearing. They will offer to join the party if players help them with their research by fighting off an attack from a nearby band of orcs. I feel like this
Literally, Raven Queen sent me here to help these wizards. And I explained that to him. And
I should have read the whole thing first.
You're teeing them up too much.
100% I agree to help these wizards and to go march in. Again, from a warrior background, I can even probably give good strategy advice to them.
Yep.
Tell the wizards to stay in the back. If one of the bonuses of having this crusher feat is if orc was to get next to a wizard, when I hit that orc, I push them 5 feet, meaning that wizard does not have to disengage.
Now
Can now freely move away.
that push is it on any attack or just
Every attack.
every attack? Pretty strong feat.
And yeah, so I smoke them, and then I could even move in and push them again if I needed to.
Yeah,
to
clear
get
off your little guys.
Exactly.
Good tanky ability.
Very good to protect my companions. I typically use them all because I have them all that I named Face Smasher, but I can use a shield and a warhammer.
Okay.
I like that big juicy damage at least early in the fight.
All right.
But again, with Bless and I could give guidance. Like, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna wreck shit, especially in a small group.
That is absolutely perfect. It's almost too much of a layup that I should just
Subtract points.
subtract points for it. Okay, we're gonna give you another one, Ethan. Maybe it'll be a layup, but I'm not really pre-reading them. This one says a group of D6 plus 4 gnolls are attempting to steal from a local merchant in a nearby village. If they are discovered, they will fight. What would you do in this situation? You know they're coming. The merchant might even offer you something if.
Is this the merchant he stole from?
Let's say it's a different one.
I would
Merchant code says
use different sorts of magic to try and get the gnoll, like distract the gnolls. Like I would first of all probably go invisible with my invisibility.
Doesn't
ability.
sound very helpful to the merchant.
I mean, we're getting to it.
We're getting to it. Kyle's, he smashed the orcs. Smash more orcs.
I don't smash. Then I just sort of try and like use some prestidigitation and some different controlling of flames and stuff to try and make like
Difficult
it seem
terrain.
like it maybe make it seem like something crazy is going on down like an alleyway. So
Something
maybe
more interesting.
maybe the gnolls will go after him. Where
Gnolls aren't very smart.
then I can kind of get this guy to safety where I can extort him for
I'm
money.
gonna extort him.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
Gnolls
more-
are like really good at like smelling blood and stuff, so they might not fall for this illusion.
I can make the smell of blood with prestidigitation.
That's pretty cool too. Here's the only problem with the scenario is that the merchant doesn't want his stuff stolen, and he's in a shop. So he's fine with escaping. He likes that idea too. He likes living, but he doesn't want his shop stolen from. That's the issue.
Oh, I see. So I make sure the gnolls are away, and then just fill my pockets with stuff from the store and leave.
Oh, this is chaotic.
And I do whatever I need to get the merchant.
chaotic neutral. Like I
It's a
said,
wild place. It's a
basically-
wild place.
Just
This city is taken over by gnolls. Like, I may as well loot. I may as well get to looting, right?
so maybe you become part of the Knoll band, just like that.
I could, yeah.
It's got a band, right?
Maybe I can become the leader of the gnoll band. That's my next step. After I fill my pockets, I go to become the leader of the gnolls with my baby by my side.
They'll eat
And I
that
gotta
baby.
always
One-
try to make sure that they're not eating the baby.
They want to eat the baby,
They want to.
There's
and
nothing
then
more
they
than-
want to eat you because you look tasty too.
Tasty Seder goat meat?
Yeah,
Like, think
goat
about
meat.
that.
You put yourself in a risky situation, but that's chaotic.
They're not
neutral.
humanoid, so they can eat you and not feel guilty.
We got him.
Okay, we'll try.
Roasted goat. It's gonna be delicious.
What about if we try these ocean encounters? I wonder what that would be like. Okay, a band of orcs are fighting against. The Kyle question. No. This one's really long. We'll give that to Ethan. A group of merfolk are stranded on an island off the coast of an island chain. They want the party to help them get back to their home island by giving them a magic item that controls sea creatures. You have an item that controls sea creatures.
They're a sea creature.
Well, they're humanoid. They want you. It's like you got like a Lapras or something in the ball that it goes in,
Sweet.
and they want you to like lend them that forever, so that they can.
This has been a good question for Ethan because he would definitely not know Labras's weaknesses.
Everything. It's just everything. It's just come up with an attack type and it's got a weakness. It's pretty damn close.
Positive what type? Water, ice?
Water ice. Good job.
He's
Good
saying
job.
new things, and he does.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. What's he weak to? Just about anything.
That's Family Feud right
Fighting.
Fighting, yeah, weak to that. How weak is he to that?
Only 2 times a week.
Ooh, deduction of points.
Water's not.
Oh, wait, you're right. He's water. Yeah. We'll get him. Good.
He's not weak to fire. It would be weak to. What else is ice weak to?
Everything.
Fighting. Yeah, I actually don't know.
We don't have enough time for him.
You don't have enough time. They want your Lapras.
They want my Lapras, but
Yeah.
they want me to help them get to shore or get to their place, right?
Yeah, they want you to help get to your little island. They not necessarily that they won't give you the Lapras back if you just take them there.
Yeah, I'd probably take them there. I'd jump on it and go with them.
Yeah, you didn't think it was their time to die on the island alone?
No, I don't think so. Like being sea people like this, like I think they just getting the reward of this magic item is enough to sway me to help them. Because again, I need all the powers I can get to stop the undead. So as long as they're not overtly undead, and I've got like that paladin sense aura of undead.
Yeah, they're live fish people.
Exactly.
Dying fish people, maybe, but
And if it was their time to die, they'd be dead right now.
what an argument.
So I'll take them across easily on the Lapras, where I've got great perception, so I should be able to spot anything jumping out of
Island
the
over
water.
there, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Would you give them your Lapras?
No, definitely not.
Would you just abandon them there?
They're sea people. Where?
I agree, it's a weird question.
like, there's no way I can leave them there to die because that'd be me
Causing
telling them
death.
their time to die.
Maybe if they're willing to give their souls to be saved.
Ooh, double
Their
deal.
salvation. Like, you're eternally damning them to live now.
What you're doing is you're giving them a loan option, okay? You say, I'll save your life now, you give me something later. That's what he's doing.
Give me your soul later. And
One
it's
soul,
tormented.
one life.
Tormented.
Equal.
I'll save your life. It's very, very equal. Like, I'll save your life now. You give it back to me later.
They're fish people. They can swim off an island.
I mean,
They
they're
They're
welcome.
stranded.
They're very welcome to do that.
AI says they're stranded. There's nothing they can do when they want your Lapras.
I think we should wrap it up so we can get into D&D maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to put some more marks on here.
That's the
So
point.
far, I think the category's been all good.
Yeah, I think they're all good.
They're good. They're good. I believe also that I've crushed Kyle and everyone. You guys agree with me, right? Smash like if you agree.
I feel
Smash like if you don't.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. I marked my markings. So we're gonna
Mark your markings. Everybody in the chat, guess who's gonna win?
so the first like I said, these were not in any particular order. But the first thing I did was I put a support utility. The ability to help in a battlefield and that type of situation. And I don't know, I struggle with marking these now after marking them. Ethan, I think, wins this category with an 8 to a 7. I find that Kyle's weakness is that he's front loaded, which is an advantage too, especially in a battle. And that you can wear out. I thought Bard is strong. Ethan's got some good utility, the ability to lower DCs. Combat, I gave Kyle a 9. Kyle's got tricks that are useful. In battle, he's going to be durable.
All right.
So the next thing I did was exploration. You know what? We did a poor job asking anything that related to exploration.
When you were in the woods, or not necessarily wizards, I thought you might actually put in
I
some.
should have. I never thought of it. I forgot it was on my list. I gave you guys.
You needed that list.
I gave you guys both 5s. Even though Ethan probably wins that battle, but
You probably should have.
should win that battle. I did originality, creativity, and it's hard. The only part I didn't Kyle on was this whole backstory, even though it's an in-depth, big backstory. Dwarves always fight orcs. I mean, I love dwarves fighting orcs. It's great. I go for it every friggin' day. Dwarves always fight orcs. Satyr, that's a drug addict that had a reason to come from the woods. That's a little. I don't want. Like, you got a great backstory, but as for raw creativity, the edge Ethan, I give him a 9, gave you an 8. But I mean, yeah, I appreciate it. You did good. Your backstory's great. It's
I
just.
love dwarves.
I love dwarves too. I'd make an orc about, or a dwarf about fighting orcs. Flexibility, situation flexibility. I actually think you guys both created fairly flexible characters. Kyle's a fighter, and that shouldn't be as flexible, but he's also a cleric who is literally ungodly. or really godly, depending on how you look at it.
Bards are very strong, being flexible too, though. Like
That's what I mean. I gave you guys both eights, and I thought that you both were really strong. They're just really strong, flexible characters. I think
support classes there.
that there's an argument that I should give Ethan a nudge more. I think I will give him a 9 because the Bardic Inspiration and a couple of those things is just a little bit more flexible. The last category is consistency. I thought like who's going to run longer in a day, in a battle, at a time, and the fighter never ends. And the cleric might end, the cleric part might end, but he's still an effective battler. In fact, his channel divinity keeps coming back. So his trick is the channel divinity.
And you can eat your divinity to retain spell slots.
Stuff that comes back, I usually buy my Bardic Inspiration and my 2 second-level Warlock spell slots, and
Totaled the scores up, and I came to a conclusion.
Ethan sucks.
And Kyle gets the inspiration.
no inspiration.
56-55.
Holy shit, that was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I thought it was 2 points.
We're dead.
We're dead. He warned me. I should have given it to him.
All right, wrap it up, Jordan.
I thought they were really strong characters. There was a fun situation. It kind of went a little different than I expected to do with the AI. I don't know what I expected, so I thought it made it kind of harder to judge, but I thought it was a lot of fun. And playing the situation is almost like a big D&D night that we played like a whole bunch of games all at once. I liked that Ethan, he found a baby and then he carried that on. That was kind of fun. Kyle's character...
Keeping the baby would be like crippling.
Crippling.
Absolutely crippling.
But we had a...
No, with the egg, I feel like you're money.
I think we had a great time. I think that was the point of it.
Oh,
We did good. Kyle got an inspiration to help us. And
big tonight.
we'll do that on Tabletop Troops in the next few minutes, and we'll see what happens next. Will they become corn farmers, or will they fight more undead?
Or they die and become the fertilizer that grows somebody else's corn.
Will they? Who knows?
Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time on Critical Failures.